Good morning, year two, and welcome to Wednesday's phonics lesson. So this is going to be our last lesson on the A sound. So let's have a look at these pictures again, just to remind ourselves. So look at the picture first. We've got the snail. He's in the rain. So what do we say? We say snail in the rain. Brilliant. And what sound does that make? A. So snail in the rain, A. And that's the A-I-A. Now today, we're going to be revising other ways we can make the A sound, because we know two other ways already. One of them we've known for a long time, and one of them we've learned quite recently. So we've got the first one, may I play? And that A is the A-Y. May I play? A. And the other one we know is make a cake. Make a cake. And that is the split grapheme, which is why we showed that loop, because we think, don't we, with the split grapheme, we say that A and E used to be together, but then they got split up and another letter had to go in between them, but they still hold hands behind the person who's in between them's back. So they still make the A sound. So that little loop across the top shows us that those two letters make one sound, even though they're not together. So that E doesn't make a sound on its own. So we've got A, may I play, and A, make a cake. Okay, so we're going to have a look at these today. So we're going to read some green words by sounding out with the dots and dashes for both the A and the A sounds. So the AYA and the A split E one. So you ready? A play. A tray. A stay. A Sunday. So we've got sun and day there. This one another two syllables, so split it into syllables. A. Dream. Day dream. Daydream. Make. Make. Ache. Cake. Wave. Wave. Haze. Haze. A haze is like a fog. Brave. Brave. So two syllables here. In. Flate. Flate. So inflate. Inflate. That's what you do when you put air into a balloon or a ball. S. Ape. Cape. Escape. 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 So what's the rule? So the split grapheme A split E sound is usually the sound we use when the A is in the middle of a word or syllable. So like brave, cake. There's always a sound after the A, isn't there? It might look like it's the last sound in the word, but it's not the last sound in the word, is it? Because that E is part of the A, which is in the middle. So for example, brave, haze, cake. You can see there that the A, the letter A, the A is in the middle of those words, isn't it? And the E might be at the end, but there is always another sound after it. So if we sound out B-R-A-V, the A's there, isn't it? H-A's, the A's there in the middle. K-Ache, the A's there. Okay? So now we're going to reread the words we've just practiced without the dots and dashes. However, there will also be some words with the A sound to practice spelling as well, to practice reading as well. So we've got okay, I'm just going to pause this for a second. Okay, can you remember the rules which we used for each A sound? Let's have a look. So let's look at these words. Just notice that the loops are not there properly. Got play, say, Sunday, daylight. Now that line there tells us that that's the end of a syllable, that red line. So where do you say the A spelling? Where is it? That's at the end, isn't it? A, say, Sunday, daylight. Now, in daylight, it might not sound like it's at the end of the word because it isn't, but it is at the end of the syllable day, day. So the AYA always comes at the end of a word, okay, or a syllable. Yeah, it will never come in the middle. Now, let's look at these ones. Skate, milkshake, rain, Spain. So where do you see the A split E or the AIA sounds? Have a look. They're in the middle, aren't they? They're in the middle of those words or sounds. So in skate, the A is in the middle. In rain, the A is in the middle. In Spain, the A is in the middle. But in milkshake, even though it sounds like it's at the end, in that syllable shake, milk, shake, it's still in the middle, isn't it, of shake. Okay? So that's the rule. So we know that we use AY at the end of a word or a sound. And we know that we use AI or AE in the middle. But which one? Now, it's a bit tricky, this. It could be either. We just need to try and remember the pattern. So the more we look at those words with the A split E and the AI, the more we remember which one we have to use. It's just a matter of choosing. Okay? Now, next, we're going to practice reading some red words. Remember, these are words with tricky spellings. So this one, what's this word? That word said. Said. And remember the tricky part in said? The AI, because it doesn't make an A sound, it makes an E sound. Said, said. Next one. Remember this one? What? What is the tricky sound in what? It is the H and the A, because the WH makes a W sound and the A makes an O sound. Next one is when. That's right, it's the H, because WH makes the W sound. When. Now, this one is one that I know we often spell incorrectly because it's a bit of a funny word. What's this word? It's people. People. What's the tricky parts in people? Well, first of all, it's the O, isn't it? And it's the E. Okay? Because the R, the E and the R in people make an E sound. And we don't sound out the E at the end of people. We don't say people, do we? Now, I always remind myself of this because it looks like people. Okay, and people helps me to spell it right. And we know that when that ul is at the end of a word, lots of times, not always, it's a l. So people. Next one. This word is should. Should. What's the tricky part in should? The O and the L. Because the O-U-L makes an U sound. Now, you remember how to spell this because it's O-U lucky duck. And would and could are the same, aren't they? Should, would, could. What's this one? This word is climb. Now, the tricky part in climb, there's two really. The I, because it makes an I sound without being a split grapheme, and the B, which doesn't make a sound. The M and the B make that M sound, don't they? We could say the I and the B make that I. So that's climb. Okay, now we're going to practice spelling some words. You're going to need a pencil and some paper. You might actually need a ruler today as well because we're going to draw another one of those tables. Okay, remember to use your thread fingers to help you. And for any longer words, split it up into the syllables, the beats, or the claps. So pause the video now if you haven't got those things and play it when you're ready. Okay, I want you to draw this table on a piece of paper. So you're going to draw 2 lines going down, which will give you 3 columns. Then you're going to draw a line going across the top, just a little one. Then you're going to put a label on each of your columns in your table. So the first one is the AI, second one is the AY, and the third one is the A split E. You're going to need a few minutes to make that table, to draw that table, so please pause the video now if you need to. Okay, I'm going to assume you've drawn the table. So we're going to go through the words. Now, what you need to do, I'm going to give you some words. They might have the A spelled AI, they might have the A spelled AY, and they might have the A spelled with a split grapheme. You need to write the word in the correct heading in the table and spell it with the correct A sound. Okay, so the first one is the word rain. Rain. Snail in the rain. So where would that go? Rain. Okay, let's check. So rain is going to go AI. R-A-N. R-A-I-N. Give yourself a tick if you got that spelt right and in the right place. Okay, the next one I want you to do is clay. Clay. We made a cup using clay. Clay. Okay, clay is spelt A-Y. C-L-A-Y. Clay. Give yourself a tick if you got that right. Okay, the next word is gave. And gave is the past tense of give. I gave my friend a card for their birthday. Gave. Gave. Think about which A sound you need. Think about which one looks right. You can always change it if you want to. Remember, pause the video if you need a bit more time. So gave is split grapheme. A split E. G-A-V-E. Gave. Okay, number 4, the word is snake. Snake. The snake slithered along the tree branch. Snake. Okay. Snake. Where's that going to go? It's a split grapheme again, A split E. S Give yourself a tick if you got that right. Number 5 is stray. Stray. I found a stray dog walking along the street. Stray. Stray means it's got out, no one owns it. Okay? Stray. Okay, where would stray go? It's A-Y. S-T-R-A-Y. Stray. Okay, number 6, the word is snail. Snail. The snail nibbled on the leaf. Snail. Where would snail go? Let's check. It's the A-I-A sound. S-N-A-I-L. Snail. Now the next word is haze. Haze. Because it was damp outside, there was a haze in the air, which made it hard to see. Haze. Remember, pause if you need to. So haze, where would haze go? Let's have a look. It's the split grapheme again, A split E. Haze, H-A-Z-E. Number 8, the word is plate. That rhymes, doesn't it? Plate. I had a big plate full of fish fingers, beans and mash. Plate. Plate. Okay, where's plate going to go? Plate is another split grapheme. So plate. P-L-A-T-E. Plate. Now, number 9 is fail. 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 It is important that we fail so we can learn how to do things even better. Fail. And that is really important, isn't it? It doesn't matter if you get things wrong because it helps your brain to grow. Fail. So which A sound is fail? Let's have a look. That's right, it's the A-I fail. F-A-I-L, fail. 3 more to go. The next one is waste. Waste. At break time, my friend spun a hula hoop round her waist. Waist. Okay, which A does waste go in? A-I. W-A-I-S-T, waste. And our last 2 today, our first one, now this has got 2 syllables. So remember, clap it out if you need to. Think about not just where the A is in the word, but where it is in the syllable, okay? So the first one is crayon. I got a lovely orange crayon to colour my picture of the sun. Crayon. Crayon. Think about where the A is. Okay, crayon. Where's it going to go? It's A-Y. Because that A is at the end of the first syllable, cray, isn't it? We always use an A-Y at the end of a syllable. Crayon. C-R-A-Y-O-N. And our last word for today is player. Player. My favourite football player is Cristiano Ronaldo. Player. Again, think about where that A is. It's a two-syllable word, that, isn't it? Player. Think about how you make that sound at the end of a word as well. Player. Okay, let's see where player goes. It's another AY, isn't it? P-L-A-Y-E-R. Player. Well done for that. Okay, you could have got 12 there, so count how many you got right if you'd like to. It doesn't matter if you didn't get them all right. Just keep practicing. Finally, we are going to write a sentence with some of the words we've practiced. Don't forget your capital letters, your finger spaces, and your full stops. Now, it might be full stops, it might be exclamation mark, it might be a question mark. Think about the type of sentence. So I'm going to say it to you a few times, then we'll do my turn, your turn, then you're going to write it. Okay, our sentence is, what day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? Now, what am I doing there? What day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? My voice is going up at the end, isn't it? So that's a question. So that's a clue about what punctuation you will need at the end. So what day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? What day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? What day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? Now, my turn, your turn. What day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? Your turn. My turn. What day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? Your turn. My turn. What day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? Your turn. Okay, see if you can write that sentence. Remember, it's a question sentence, so it doesn't need a full stop at the end. It needs something else. Pause this video now because I'm going to go through the answers. Okay, I hope you've written down your sentence. If you haven't, then remember to pause the video because we're going to answer it now. So our sentence was, it started with what? W-H-A-T. You could have two ticks for that, one for capital W and one for what, spelled W-H-A-T. The next word, day, D-A-Y, because that A is at the end of that word, isn't it? Next one, should, S-H-O-U-L-D, O-U, lucky duck. Next word, we, W-E. Next word, play, P-L-A-Y. Again, that A is at the end of that word, isn't it? On, O-N. The, T-H-E. Trim, T-R-I-M. Trail, T-R-A-I-L. We know that that's the A sound in the middle, so it has to be A-I or A split E. And A-N-D, the, T-H-E, climbing. Now we know climb has got a B in it, C-L-I-M-B, and then we add our ing suffix, which we know is I-N-G. C-L-I-M-B-I-N-G. Frame is a split digraph. F-R-A-M-E. What day should we play on the trim trail and the climbing frame? Now we know that's a question, so it needs not a full stop, but a question mark. Tick if you got a question mark. Okay, so our sentence, sorry, our mark we could have got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that was out of 15. So count how many you got. Well done, year 2. Well done for trying so hard. And that's all for today. But have a go at practicing those 3 different ways of spelling the A sound. The more practice you do, the better you will be at it. Okay? See you again soon. Bye.